Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Miss Simone. And if you're new here, welcome. On my channel, I talk about beauty, fashion, lifestyle, all the things that I love. So today we're going to be talking about books. Yes, books. Do you read? Did you used to read? Are you trying to start reading? Well, for me, I used to love reading. When I was younger, I used to read so much. I used to be able to read a book in like a day. I used to sit late up at night and read, and I was reading from the Babysitters Club, The Outsider, Harry Potter, you name it. When I got older into high school and started going to college, I started reading Eric Jerome Dickey, Dave, Sister Soldier. If you know, you know. If you don't know, well, those are all Black authors, so definitely check them out. They are more on the spicier side. So they'll definitely put a little spice in your life and, more on the realistic street side. But they're all phenomenal authors and great reads. So definitely check them out. So today we're going to be talking about the books that I'm currently reading and what I'm liking so far. And if I'd recommend it, it's not really a recommendation video, but I'm just letting you guys know what I'm reading and that I recently started getting back into reading. And reading is really great. It's great to get lost in a great book and, into, relaxing your brain and not overthinking. So let's jump right into it. Let's get into the books that I'm currently reading. So starting off, number one is starting off with Becoming from Michelle Obama. I recently just finished this book. It was a great read. You get to, really dive into her life when she was younger, when she went to college, before she met Obama, life in the White House, what it was really like from her perspective. You really get to know her on a different level despite what you've seen in the media, and get a little bit more about her backstory and who she really is. So it was a great read. I really liked it. I'll read you guys a little bit about what the book is about. So when she was a little girl, Michelle Robinson's world was the south side of Chicago, where she and her brother Craig shared a bedroom in their family's upstairs apartment and played catch in the park, where her parents, Fraser and Marion Robinson, raised her to be outspoken and unafraid. But life soon took her much further afield, from the halls of Princeton, where she learned for the first time what it felt like to be the only Black woman in a room, to the glassy office tower where she worked as a high-powered corporate lawyer, where one summer morning, a law student named Barack Obama appeared in her office and upended all her carefully made plans. Here, for the first time, Michelle Obama describes the earlier years of her marriage as she struggles to balance her work and family with her husband's fast-moving political career. She takes us inside their private debate over whether he should make a run for the presidency, and her subsequent role as a popular but often criticized figure during his campaign. Narrating with grace and good humor and uncommon candor, she provides a vivid behind-the-scenes account of her family's history-making launch into the global limelight as their life inside the White House over 8 momentous years. As she comes to know her country and her country comes to know her. Becoming takes us through the modest Iowa kitchens and ballrooms at Buckingham Palace, though moments of heart-stopping grief and profound resilience, bringing us deep into the soul of a singular groundbreaking figure in history as she strives to live authentically, marshaling her personal strength and voice in the service of higher ideals. In telling her story with honesty and boldness, she issues a challenge to the rest of us: who we are and who do we want to become. So again, this was a great book. I just finished it and I really liked it. So if you're looking for something, on a little bit of the longer side, it is a longer book, something you can read over the months or over the weeks, I would definitely say to check this one out. Next is a book I just started by a well-known actress. She's widely loved. She's an amazing actress. She's in a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies. Next is Finding Me by Viola Davis. I recently started this book, and let me say I'm loving it so far. It is very intriguing and very interesting just to see her backgrounds and where she really came from. I had no idea of her upbringings and what life was really like for her as a child, and it really opens your eyes to, you know, how some of the most amazing actresses and actors come from really humble beginnings, and they really, walk the pavement and set a tone for their own life. So I'm really enjoying the book so far. I'm not too far in, just a couple chapters in, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a really great book. It's not too long, and like I said, I would definitely recommend this so far. It's really, really good, really interesting. I have The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up by Mark Manson. This is a very popular book, so if you haven't heard of it, it's definitely been all over the place. I've seen a lot of people reading it, a lot of people recommending it. I recently just started it and I'm enjoying it so far. Um, I'll give you guys a little bit of a snippet of what the book is about. For the past few years, Mark Manson, via his wildly popular blog, has been working on correcting our delusional expectations for ourselves and for the world. He now brings his hard fought wisdom to his groundbreaking book. Manson makes the argument that human beings are flawed and limited. As he writes, not everybody can be extraordinary. There are winners and there are losers in society, and some of it is not fair or your fault. Manson advised us to get to know our limitations and accept them. This, he says, is the real source of empowerment. Once we embrace our fears, faults, and uncertainties, we stop running from and avoid and start confronting painful truths. We can begin to find the courage and confidence we desperately seek. In life, we have a limited amount of F's to give, so you must choose your F's wisely. Manson brings a much needed grab you by the shoulders and look you in the eyes moment of real talk, filled with entertaining stories and profound ruthless humor. This manifesto is a refreshing slap in the face for all of us, so that we can start to lead more contented, grounded lives. So again, this is a fairly easy read. It's only a few pages. Not a very big book, so definitely something that you can look into if you want to, stop caring as much and just be living yourself more authentically, living the best you. So definitely give it a try and let me know how it goes. Last but certainly not least, we have a book that was recommended from Oprah's book club. This is Tinashe Coates, The Water Dancer, a novel. I personally have never read anything from Tanashi Coates. I have heard of her before, but I haven't read any of her books, so I'm really excited. I haven't started this one as yet, but it was on Oprah's book club, and Oprah also always recommends some good stuff, so I'm excited to start this. I'll read you guys a little bit of snippet of what the book is about. Young Hiram Walker was born in bondage. When his mother was sold away, Hiram was robbed of all the memories of her, but was gifted with a mysterious power. Years later, when Hiram almost drowns in a river, the same power saves his life. This brush with death breathes an urgency in Hiram and a daring scheme to escape from the only home he's ever known. So he begins an unexpected journey that takes Hiram from the corrupt grandeur of Virginia's proud plantations to desperate guerrilla cells in the wilderness, from the coffin of the Deep South to dangerously identical movements in the North, even as he enlisted in the underground war between slavers and the enslaved. Hiram's resolve to rescue the family he left behind endures. This is a dramatic story of an atrocity inflicted on generations of women, men, and children. The violent and capricious separation of families, the war that waged to simply make lives with the people they loved, written by one of today's most exciting thinkers and writers. Water Dancer is a propulsive, transcendent work that restores the humanity for those from whom everything was stolen. So I'm definitely excited to, dive into this and give it a good read. So yeah. And books can be quite expensive. So if you don't have the funds right now to go out and buy a bunch of books and you want to start reading, go to the library. Head to your local library. It's free to sign up to get a library card, and you can take as many books as you want. You can search the system and find which books they have, and try new authors and new things. Also Costco, don't sleep on Costco. Costco has a great book section and they're relatively priced. Also, Chapters Indigo, they have a great book selection. They're known for books, so that's the place for all the books. You can get every single book there. But yeah, reading is great. It's great to read and to get lost in a good story, get lost in a good book, elevate your mind. Sometimes it's good to get out of reality and go somewhere else. So let me know what you are reading, any books you recommend that I read, any books that you loved over the years. Should I do my favorite book recommendations? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys are loving, what books you've read, anything you think that I should read. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.